The Mexican border is very unprotected by our laws. We have horrible, horrible and very unsafe laws in the United States, and we're going to be able to do something about that hopefully soon. Hopefully Congress will get their act together and get in and create some very powerful laws like Mexico has and like Canada has and like almost all countries have. We don't have laws. We have catch and release. You catch and then you immediately release, and people come back years later for a court case, except they virtually never come back. So we are preparing for the military to secure our border between Mexico and the United States. We have a meeting on it in a little while with General Mattis and everybody, and I think that it's something we have to do.
President Trump earlier today responding to a question about his plan to send National Guard troops and the military to protect our southern border. Here with reaction, NRA TV contributor, former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino, Fox News national security strategist Sebastian Gorka, author of the brand new, soon-to-be New York Times bestseller, The Geraldo Show, a memoir. And I had the honor of hosting a party for Geraldo last night, even though we disagree on this issue. Correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera. All right, Geraldo, if you're going to have a caravan of people planning to confront basically every border agent, this is now a national security threat. Every agent will be at risk. Mexico is allowing this to happen when they usually just throw people in Central America out or in jail. And if Mexico does this, allows this, they are responsible for anything that happens at the border if people become violent, in my opinion. Your reaction?
First of all, you're not promoting a civil war, otherwise you wouldn't be friends with me. I embrace your gracious generosity and your hospitality, and thank you so much for the party
we had the
last
best
night.
time.
It was
Thank
fantastic for the book. I just think that this whole story of the caravan is tremendously hyped. For the last 10 years, this group, Pueblos Sin Fronteras, People Without Borders, has been organizing these Easter time marches to demonstrate the needs of people to leave their homelands, in this case, Honduras, to flee, and they want a regulated approach. They want more immigrant rights and all the rest of it. This caravan was larger than most of them, but it's 1,000 miles from the U.S. border. It's already, as you said at the top of the program, Sean, breaking up. The caravan is disbanding.
Only because the president threatened Mexico, though.
Well, it could be that that's what put pressure on it to stop it right there. But the women and children that comprise most of this group, they had no way of getting to the U.S. border. They have no money. They have nothing. They are fleeing some severe economic repression.
Dr. Gorka, if they don't stop this and that group of people gets to the border, it's going to be Mexico's fault if anything happens. Because you don't know when you have crowds like that and people saying publicly they think they have a right to come in here illegally.
Legally, it's Mexico's responsibility, and any nation that they've traversed on their way to America. Because if you are seeking asylum, if you're not just coming here for our economy, for our benefits, then you have to seek asylum in the first country that provides it after you leave your country. This is either a political stunt or these people are simply being used. And look, Geraldo mentioned it. What's the name of the organization? People Without Borders. This is an ideological movement. Remember what Hillary said in that speech to the bankers, the transcript of which was leaked during the campaign. She said her dream was to have a borderless hemisphere, no borders from Canada right down to South America. That's the left globalist ideal. And in that case, America ceases to exist.
Yeah, Dan, I got to be honest. We need to send the military down. There's precedents to send the military down, and this is a national security issue.
Yeah, Sean, we didn't militarize the border. The narco traffickers and the terrorists looking to kill us did. Trump is just responding to that. And, I disagree with Geraldo here, too. This isn't hype, Geraldo. Listen, you know this as well as I do. Let's not run from this. terrorists and international groups coming from the tri-border region in South America that have used the corridor through Central America into the United States to funnel drugs, to launder money, and to sneak terrorists potentially into the United States. They know about our porous border.
That's not true. That's not true.
No,
there's not been one verified terrorist penetration of the southern border. That's number one. These are women and children. They're 1,000 miles from America. It's totally hype.
Geraldo, did you read the Project
I don't know
Cassandra
if
case?
I've read that. I've spent more time on that border than most correspondents. I wrote 2 books about it.
Geraldo, you should read
you know
it before
what this
you
is
say
about?
conclusively.
This is
one at a time. One at a time.
This is about the border wall. This is a negotiation. I think people are being hoodwinked. This is a negotiation. President Trump wants the border wall. We want the Dreamers to have a path to citizenship.
All right, let's get one at a time.
This crisis right now.
Dan.
What about us? Do we get a say? You know, I find it interesting. You always talk about illegal immigration in terms of the effect on the illegal. What about the American population, the taxpayer financing this nonsense? What about the legal immigrants, Geraldo, who patiently waited in line?
As I've proven,
this is the one crime
these people
we only talk about in terms of the illegal.
All right, let's give Dr. Gorka the last word. I'm not trying to go just constraints of time.
Look, Dan's point is a very important one, and the people who are hurt the most are Americans, and the person at the bottom of the ladder is the recently arrived immigrant, and they are harmed the most by illegal aliens, and that's just
we have zero unemployment. How are they hurting? How are they hurting? We have zero unemployment in this country.
Because they come in, they work illegally, and they'll work for. Can I answer? They will work for a fraction of what somebody who is here legally, like myself, is. They will undercut because they'll be paid cash under the table, and that hurts real Americans who are here legally.
Compromise, build the border wall, give the Dreamers a path to citizenship.
Build the wall.
All right, we're going to leave it there.
You have to meet us in the middle.
Citizenship. It's
Thank
called
you
the
all.
immigration process.
Congrats on the book, Geraldo.